Hi, welcome to CloudEagle's Insights in Minutes. Imagine a company where every employee could see every file, HR data, code, financial plans. That's a recipe for disaster, right? We're diving into how role-based access control, or RBAC, can turn this chaos into clarity.
You're absolutely right, and that scenario is all too common as organizations scale. I'm excited to unpack RBAC with you because, when it's enforced properly, it changes the game for IT security.
Today's episode will cover what RBAC actually is, the nuts and bolts behind the scenes, its pros and cons, and how to build a secure, scalable access system. Plus, we'll spotlight best practices and the latest automation tools.
So stick around if you want to learn how to simplify permission management, boost compliance, and protect sensitive data without drowning your IT team in manual work.
Let's start with the basics. RBAC isn't about giving everyone free rein. Instead, it assigns permissions to roles. Think of roles like manager, HR specialist, or data analyst rather than individuals. That way, employees only access what's truly relevant to their jobs.
That's the least privilege principle in action. By mapping out roles and aligning them with responsibilities, RBAC helps organizations avoid overprivileged accounts. This not only optimizes access management, but drastically reduces the risk of accidental leaks.
And RBAC comes in flavors core, hierarchical, and constrained. Core is the simplest, where users are matched to static roles. Hierarchical lets senior roles inherit permissions from junior ones. Constrained RBAC adds separation of duties, which is vital in finance and healthcare.
But it's not all sunshine. There's the dreaded role explosion. Creating too many micro-roles can make management unwieldy, especially when teams and departments shift rapidly.
Now, how does RBAC actually work under the hood? It boils down to 4 components: roles, permissions, users, and constraints. Roles define what a group can do, permissions specify actions, users are slotted into roles, and constraints add limits like time or location.
Those constraints are powerful. For instance, you might limit admin access to business hours or only from a secure network. This layer of control prevents unauthorized access, even if someone tries to get in after hours.
The real payoff? Stronger security, easier compliance with regulations like HIPAA or GDPR, lightning-fast onboarding, and centralized control. You know exactly who can see what, and you can scale up without drowning in complexity.
Plus, onboarding or offboarding becomes nearly automatic. Roles stay consistent even when someone changes departments, and IT isn't chasing down permissions one by one.
Let's compare RBAC to other access control systems. Access control lists, ACLs, are straightforward. Permissions are attached to resources directly, but they get messy as companies grow.
Attribute-based access control, or ABAC, offers dynamic, context-aware policies. It's flexible, but managing those attributes across devices and locations can quickly become a governance headache.
And then there's relationship-based access control, which manages access through ownership and sharing graphs. It's great for collaboration, but nearly impossible to audit in large environments.
RBAC really shines for IT teams needing clear structure and audit trails. It's pragmatic, easy to map, easy to review, and much easier to maintain as the organization scales.
Moving from theory to practice. Implementing RBAC takes careful role engineering. That means cataloging every app and dataset, mapping out job functions, and assigning role owners, so someone's accountable for each permission set.
Don't forget to document exceptions. Any out-of-role access needs a business reason and expiration date. And the review cadence is key. Quarterly audits help prevent permission drift and catch outdated access before it becomes a risk.
Consolidate roles wherever possible to avoid role explosion. For example, use a role mapping tool to merge overlapping roles. Most organizations cut role count by 20-30% after cleanup.
And always follow the principle of least privilege. Only grant the minimum necessary permissions, automate role assignment, and train employees so they understand their boundaries. That way, you reduce both risk and confusion.
Manual access management just doesn't cut it anymore. Tools like CloudEagle.ai automate provisioning and deprovisioning, integrate with HR and identity systems, and provide continuous monitoring for permission drift.
That's a game changer for compliance. automated access reviews, just-in-time elevated permissions, and auditor-ready evidence make regulatory checks fast and painless. Plus, you get granular visibility into who's using what features.
When choosing an RBAC tool, look for quick onboarding, bidirectional integrations, no-code workflow automation, and feature-level usage intelligence. These features save IT teams hours and keep your environment secure.
I'd add, centralized SaaS management and Slack integration are must-haves for modern organizations. You want one dashboard to see and control access across all your tools, not a patchwork of manual logins.
Let's wrap up with 3 key takeaways. First, RBAC is the most scalable way to manage permissions. Aligning access with job roles keeps sensitive data safer and admin overhead lower.
Second, automating role assignment and reviews is critical. It prevents permission drift, simplifies compliance, and ensures only the right people have the right access at any time.
Third, regular audits and training are non-negotiable. Educating staff and reviewing roles quarterly help you stay ahead of risks and regulatory demands.
So here's your action step. Inventory your current apps and permissions, consolidate roles, and explore tools like CloudEagle.ai to automate and enforce RBAC. That's how you turn access chaos into security success. Thanks for joining us today. Take care, and we'll catch you on the next episode of Insights in Minutes.